Hello and welcome to our financial news update. Here's what's happening in the world of dividends, declarations, and financial recommendations. Hindustan Zinc Limited has approved an interim dividend of Rs 10 per share, with the record date set for the 15th of May 2024. Dr. Reddy's Laboratories Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 40 per share, with the record date scheduled for the 11th of July 2024. JSW Energy Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 2 per share. Voltas Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 5.50 per share. IB Infrastructure Developers Limited has declared its third interim dividend of Rs 0.10 per share, with a record date on the 15th of May 2024. Deepak Nitrite Limited will consider the recommendation of a dividend on the 20th of May. IPCA Laboratories Limited will also consider the recommendation of a final dividend on 29/05. Indraprastha Gas Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 5 per share. Apollo Tyres Limited will recommend a dividend on the 14th of May. Century Textiles and Industries Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 5 per share. Trident Limited will consider the declaration of its first interim dividend on the 15th of May, with the record date set for the 23rd of May 2024. Keck International Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 4 per share. Kajaria Ceramics Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 6 per share. Action Construction Equipment Limited will consider and recommend a dividend on the 21st of May. Navin Fluorine International Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 7 per share, with payment on or after the 7th of August 2024 and a record date of the 5th of July 2024. Jindal Saw Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 4 per share, with the record date set for the 11th of June 2024. Chambal Fertilizers and Chemicals Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 3 per share. Manappuram Finance Limited will consider the declaration of an interim dividend on the 24th of May. Sonata Software Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 4.40 per share. BLS International Services Limited will consider and recommend a final dividend on the 14th of May. Happiest Minds Technologies Limited has set the record date for the payment of its dividend at Rs 3.25 per share for the 14th of June 2024. Safari Industries India Limited will consider recommending a final dividend on the 14th of May. Sander Manganese and Iron Ores Limited will recommend a final dividend on the 15th of May. Jupiter Lifeline Hospitals Limited will consider a proposal for the recommendation of a final dividend on the 10th of May. Rashtriya Chemicals and Fertilizers Limited will consider the recommendation of a dividend on the 17th of May. Deepak Fertilizers and Petrochemicals Corporation Limited will consider and recommend a dividend on the 29th of May. Wonderla Holidays Limited will consider and approve a final dividend on the 16th of May. TD Power Systems Limited will consider and recommend a dividend on the 23rd of May. Media Assist Healthcare Services Limited will consider and recommend a final dividend on the 15th of May. Thuricare Technologies Limited will consider recommending a final dividend on the 14th of May. Styrenex Performance Materials Limited has recommended a dividend of ₹28 per share. HPL Electric and Power Limited will consider recommending a dividend on the 15th of May. Sascon Technologies Limited has declared a final dividend of ₹13 per share. Hill Limited has recommended a final dividend of ₹22.50 per share, with the record date to be informed in due course. Universal Cables Limited will consider the recommendation of a dividend on the 17th of May. Big Block Construction Limited has recommended a final dividend of ₹0.40 per share. KOKUYO Camlin Limited will consider the recommendation of a dividend on the 15th of May. ALLSEC Technologies Limited has set the record date for the payment of its final dividend at ₹15 per share for the 5th of July 2024. Pacana Limited will consider the recommendation of a final dividend on the 16th of May. BMW Industries Limited will consider the recommendation of a final dividend on the 15th of May. Manali Petrochemical Limited will consider the recommendation of a dividend, if any, on the 13th of May. Permanent Magnets Limited will consider and recommend a final dividend on the 16th of May. CSL Finance Limited will consider the recommendation of a dividend, if any, on the 15th of May. Vesica Industries Limited will recommend a final dividend on the 15th of May. Specialty Restaurants Limited will consider the recommendation of a dividend, if any, on the 14th of May. Tamil Nadu Petroproducts Limited has recommended a dividend on the 14th of May. Advani Hotels and Resorts India Limited will consider the declaration of its second interim dividend on the 13th of May. Sunshield Chemicals Limited will consider and recommend a final dividend on the 16th of May. PTL Enterprises Limited will recommend a dividend on the 14th of May. Orient Bell Limited has recommended a dividend of ₹0.50 per share. Fredon Pharmaceuticals Limited has recommended a final dividend at 7% of face value, which amounts to ₹0.70 per share. Potter Pigments Limited will consider recommending the final dividend on the 19th of May. Rain Engine Valve Limited has recommended a dividend of ₹5 per share, with the payment date set for the 1st of August 2024. Conpur Plastipac Limited will consider and recommend the final dividend on the 28th of May. Mangal Credit and FinCorp Limited has recommended a final dividend of ₹0.60 per share. Mitsui Chemplast Limited will consider and recommend a final dividend on the 16th of May. Metroglobal Limited will consider and recommend a final dividend on the 24th of May. Drav Consultancy Services Limited will recommend a final dividend, if any, on the 15th of May. Duncan Engineering Limited will consider the recommendation of a dividend, if any, on the 15th of May. Palash Securities Limited will recommend a dividend on the 15th of May. SNL Bearings Limited will consider and recommend a dividend on the 15th of May. S&T Corporation Limited will consider the recommendation of a dividend on the 16th of May. Titan Intech Limited has revised its record date for the issuance of bonus shares in the ratio of 3:5 to the 17th of May 2024. Sylph Technologies Limited will consider fundraising by various options, including a rights issue, on the 16th of May. Franklin Industries Limited has set the record date for its rights issue at Rs 3.58 in a ratio of 3:1, with the issue period spanning from the 24th of May to the 11th of June 2024. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more updates. Thanks for watching. Please thumbs up if you like, subscribe, press the bell icon and never miss an update. Share and comment your thoughts on the comment section, and stay tuned with Corporate Actions India.